Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Can I get some thumbs up? Can you guys hear me? Yeah? Okay. I have been having so many difficulties, you guys. I actually did not do the intro with my whole little, yeah. Hi, Aries. I love you guys. It was like, I was sitting here saying, hey, can you guys hear me? Everything good? I think we're good. If I can get some more thumbs up, it would be great, or something just to kind of know we're on space. I think you guys can hear me. Anyways, my point is I was having some difficulties, but we're good to go. So Aries, welcome to FireStar Tarot. I am Empress Egypt. I think that was about 3 minutes of just me moving and talking, and you probably are like, child, what are you saying? We can't hear you. This is your weekly love reading, though. We are doing a twin flame reading, you guys. Remember, energy is very fluid here on my channel. All right, when I speak of masculine or feminine, I am referring to the energies. We all possess masculine and feminine energies within us. Thanks, JC. I've got your reading at 6. I will not forget you. This should be a pretty quick video, you guys. It'll be a nice intro before we get into your private reading. I owe you. Dude, thank you so much for all of that, JC. I appreciate that. I was so messed up. You still kind of feel the effects, literally. No lie. All right, you guys. So with that being said, let me tell you guys a little bit about what we're doing. I have decided to bring back in the general love readings, you guys, based off of zodiac signs. So that is what this is, all right? So we are going to be doing a twin flame Aries reading. I am going to start this off with messages from divine, messages from spirit, messages from the man. Oh my goodness, I cannot talk today. Are you guys having issues communicating? Are you guys having, I don't know what's going on. Maybe you guys don't have a lot of communication happening, but it's happening. Do you see what you guys are doing to me, Aries? I love you guys, though. You guys are awesome, Aries. So like I said, just remember, energy is very fluid. Again, we possess masculine and feminine energies within us, okay? This does not mean that you are male or female when I refer to masculine or feminine. All right, time's irrelevant here on my channel. Relationship statuses don't apply here, and of course, no negative energy, okay? So we're going to kick this off with messages from divine, messages from spirit. This is just going to kind of overall guide you when it comes to what's going on. Now, when I was setting intentions and shuffling off of camera, you guys, I did see a few cards that stood out very, very, very specific, very specific, okay? I saw the Three of Cups in reverse a few times. Telling me a separation when it comes to karmic situations, okay? So even if this is just physically, or maybe it is emotionally, maybe it's not physically, it can be either or 5D or 3D. It's just the energy of a disconnect from karmic situations, okay? So we will be diving into it and find out exactly what's going on here, but overall, there's just a whole absence when it comes to the third-party situations. So maybe a lot of third-party situations are just towards the end. Maybe this is for you, Aries. Maybe it's for the person you're dealing with, okay? So we will find out once we get into the reading. All right, so overall messages from spirit starting out this energy. We have the Pillar of Light energy. Very beautiful card, okay, Aries? Woo, I love the colors in this deck. So this is your vibration is rising. You are the oracle, okay? So obviously my Aries have a lot of insight, obviously. Okay, my Aries are very competitive, very passionate, very fiery. The overall energy of Aries is coming through right off in the energy, okay? It's just the energy of the oracle. Aries, the reason you have the competitive energy in you is because you are very good at everything you do. You are so passionate and so creative. This energy just radiates, and therefore people around you become kind of competitive because you're just such an attraction. You're such an energy, like a ball of fire, that people automatically around you have to feel like they're competing, okay? So that's what this card is saying. You are the oracle. You are the energy. Love that vibration. Feel that vibration. Also, too, the more you trust your intuition here, the more this energy is going to raise, okay? It's going to rise. So with that being said, let's get a few more messages from angels, from spirit guides, and then we will get into your reading, all right? All right, Spirit. Any other messages for my Aries, please? We have the Ever Unfolding Rose, one of my favorite cards. This is cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you, okay? Obviously, this is in a very powerful message from the divine right off the get-go. You know, it's one of those things, I think, with life, sometimes when we go through the experience of things and through the pain and through the sadness and through the grief, we tend to think things are happening intentionally to us. And with this card, this is your ancestors, this is spirit, this is divine telling you, look, hey, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And even though you may not realize why you're going through it or why it's happening, sometimes you don't see the way things unfold until it's unfolded. And then you sit there and say, got it. Okay. And that's this kind of energy from the get-go with spirit. Spirit's just really telling you to trust that this is not happening to you. It's happening for you. Okay. It's the experience, it's the growth, it is the process, it is the development, okay? All right, so with that being said, Aries, let's go ahead and get into your reading and see what's going on with this twin flame connection, okay? All right. I am going to be using the Starman Tarot. I believe it's the Starman Tarot. Yes, the Starman Tarot. New deck, you guys. I've used it a few times in my readings, not too much. It's a very slippery deck, but we are going to be pulling 6 cards, for you guys. 6 cards when it comes to the twin flame journey, where you're at and where your twin flame is at. Now, obviously, you guys have to feel like you're in a twin flame connection. I will be giving you guys a video here soon that will tell you exactly what a twin flame connection is like, what it should feel like, what are the expectations of a twin flame connection and all that. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But I'm not going to really bring up too much about the twin flame journey other than it is a difficult journey and you grow when you are in separation. So this is the most important thing to understand before we get into the reading. So with that being said, just keep in mind that the pain is made to create the strength in the connection, okay? So that when the twin flame union does happen, whether it's this life or the next, I know you're probably thinking, I don't want it to be the next life. It needs to be this life, Empress Egypt, like not next life. Like I want my twin flame now, right? But patience, my child, because sometimes divine timing may not be this lifetime. So if you waste away this whole lifetime waiting for your twin flame, it's important to understand that you could waste your whole lifetime for your twin flame. It may take a few life cycles for your twin flame to really wake up, or vice versa. Okay, because you may think it's your twin flame, but it could be you that's actually not awoken fully. Okay, important to understand. So again, we're going for 6 cards, you guys. Like I said, when I was setting intentions off of camera and I was pre-shuffling, again, I saw a lot of the 3 of Cups in the reverse. There was a lot of Tower moments that I saw. Again, this was just kind of a little bit of the intentions off camera, but it's one of those things. So we'll see how accurate that is. I am feeling like a lot of karmic relationships are just ending their cycles in general, just because of everything that's going on with the universe, with the placements, with everything happening. A lot of karmic cycles are ending, okay? A lot of bad karma is ending. And so people have either had their bad karma happen to them or either are being rewarded with good karma because they put in a lot of good energy, okay? So it just really depends on where you were at in the past 10 years and how you maneuvered through life and how you treated others is ultimately what's kind of happening to you now. So we're all going to have different amounts of bad energy that has hit us, okay? Way too many cards there, you guys. I don't know what's going on with me. These cards are new cards, you guys, so they're very slippery. Plus, they are laminated. I tend to like matte cards. It's just one of those things. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know that. I like my matte cards, okay? My matte cards are better. But I do like this deck, so I'm not knocking it. But anyways, you guys. So first up, we do have the 7 of Swords. We also have the Prince of Cups in reverse. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse, as well as the Empress in reverse. Let's get 2 more cards, and then I will start explaining this to you. We will be clarifying, you guys. There will be an extended to this video, okay? All my extendeds are live. I do wait until I receive a few amount of extendeds before I actually go live. So I will probably be going live Monday of next week, you guys, if not over the weekend. So if you guys are interested in the extended, make sure you just send me an email saying you want the extended to Aries. This is where we will go in deeper and we will really go even lengthier into this twin flame journey with you, Aries, okay? Bottom of the deck, we do have the Lovers in reverse. So clearly you guys are in separation, okay? There's a lot of energy of just really feeling this separation and really feeling sad. Most importantly, it's really focused just on the lack of, right? The separation, period. Doesn't matter how you think about this separation. Doesn't matter when you think about the separation. The point is that this is a part of your life, okay? So it's a big emphasis on just the emotions of just really feeling like, again, this person's gone, okay? So feeling the absence of, okay? That's that grounding energy. Now with the Lovers at the bottom of the deck in the reverse, this is also telling me that clearly in the 3D, there is a disconnect, okay? This reading is pertaining to the 3D, not the divine connection, okay? So we're going to see where the issues are at between you two. One more card. What am I thinking? Look at that. Look at that. You guys have me distracted, okay? So maybe your person's really distracted right now when it comes to where they're at, period. This reading has just been really all over the place compared to all of my other readings today. Just to see the energy change is very, very, very interesting because, again, I feel like maybe your person is just in a mind state of really not fully knowing where they're at right now, Aries. I know that sounds weird. Princess of Cups now on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, immature love, right? It happens. All right, so let's get into this reading so you can kind of see exactly what's happening, all right? Starting this reading off with the Seven of Swords energy, okay? Seven of Swords, right, the secrets. The secretive behavior, the illusions within everything, right? The secrecy, maybe not fully knowing how this person really feels, right? Divine Masculine is in a state of past tense energy of just not really communicating how they feel, okay? And because there is a lack of really feeling what it is they feel, like it's like you feel for them, but you don't know if it's reciprocated back, right? You don't know how they feel. There's secrecy within these emotions and the thoughts of how you see these emotions, okay? So I feel it's like you feel like you're trapped in a box, right? And you can't get out because ultimately it's like you don't know who's, hammered, how they've hammered, how they've closed the box in. It's just like all of a sudden you wake up in a box and you're sitting here saying, oh my God, how do I get out of this box? Feeling like death, right? Feeling like isolation. Again, this is why I felt that strong energy of the Lovers in reverse at the bottom of the deck before we pulled that 6th card, okay? So I do feel like, honestly, up until here recently, Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine, depending on your counterpart, has been in an energy of not fully knowing and understanding things, and then something happens and it changes, okay? And so then all of a sudden there's this emphasis on focusing on the separation, okay? So again, with the Seven of Swords energy, though, this is telling me that, again, there's a lot of secrecy within this connection, someone feeling like they're not feeling the emotions. And of course, we will clarify and find out exactly who here, you guys. But again, it's just someone not expressing all of their emotions, okay? So whether this is Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine, depends on your situation. But someone is not being clear. Someone is keeping things from you or just not communicating things with you. Maybe if you were in a relationship, I feel a separation between you guys, but maybe some of you guys are in a twin flame connection. Again, this is why relationship statuses don't really apply here. Because it doesn't matter if you're physically in the 3D or not, there can still be a disunion within the twin flames, okay? For a lot of you guys, though, that's not the case. For a lot of you guys, you're literally in separation and feeling the isolation and the separation and not having communication. So again, the twin flame journey is going to be different for all of you guys, okay? Again, though, just this energy of, again, not being able to know how this person feels. It's not how you feel for them. It's coming, right? It's the receiving of it. It's like you've given most of you, or you've given your thoughts on the emotions of the situation, and there hasn't been anything in return, okay? Or if so, just a little bit here, a little bit there, or none of it, right? And it's not really communication. It's just more in the concepts of not fully having, it's like having a piece of pie and that's it, not having the full pie, not knowing, what the pie looked like in a whole, because they're giving you breadcrumbs, okay? That's the energy here, is breadcrumbs. Then we have the Prince of Cups energy in the reverse, right? Especially with the Princess of Cups at the bottom. This is just telling me that, honestly, the more masculine energy here was a little bit more immature with this love. And maybe this is why there was some secrecy from masculine energy here, because there wasn't even an understanding with masculine energy here. Makes sense? It was an immature love. So maybe this is why they didn't fully express things, because they didn't fully understand it themselves. So it's not that this is a negative energy, it's just a little bit of an immature energy, okay? And even the Princess of Cups energy is still an immature energy, but this is a good energy, a good karma type of energy when it comes to the Princess of Cups. And the Prince of Cups in reverse here is more in a negative. So this is someone who, maybe cheated, not necessarily cheated, but just was a little bit more emotional with other people. Maybe you saw this, and maybe Aries, it just really hurts you. You know what I'm saying? Especially feeling like you don't really have competition. You know what I'm saying? Feeling like as an Aries, you should rightfully have what it is that you And I don't mean that in like an egotistical way. It's just that, it's that Aries energy, right? Just other people around you feel like they have to compete with you because you're so fiery. You're so, it's just that energy, Aries. I can't explain it, but I feel like this may have been a little too strong for divine masculine organ, divine feminine, whoever is your counterpart, just a little bit too strong on their part here. It was a little too strong for them, okay? Queen of Wands energy coming into present energy, okay? So again, this is that past tense energy, understanding that past tense, there were some illusions within this love, definitely a little bit of immaturity on counterpart, okay? Queen of Wands energy, though, in reverse is telling me in present energy, there is a lack of confidence with feminine, okay? And this is more of the divine feminine here. I mean, it's not Empress, but it's definitely more on the adult kind of mature side of feminine, okay? So not so immature here. Unfortunately, though, there is a strong lack of confidence here with feminine. Not only a lack of confidence in the situation here between the connection, but just a lack of confidence within herself, okay? So there's a little bit of hit or miss with creativity here. Yes, there's passionate things here, but again, it's hit or miss. So it's a little bit all over the place because of the energy being pulled from this situation, right? The thoughts of how does this person really feel? How does this, what's the clarity, having the clarity, having the communication, okay? Also current energy is the Empress in reverse. Very interesting, right? The two middle cards, the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Empress in reverse. It's understanding here with this energy that there's a huge disconnect within divine feminine, okay? And not even divine feminine, just feminine energy here, okay? And the reason there's this huge disconnect, again, is because of this energy of not fully understanding what the situation is, just knowing how you feel and not feeling it coming from the other way here. So there's this huge weight, right? There's this huge fuckery in the mind state, right? Of, am I not good enough? Does this person not love me? Is this my twin flame? Do they feel the same way back? So this creates and I flipped the cards, but this creates an energy of just not knowing when to trust your intuition, not knowing if it's a twin flame connection, right? Just all the questions and not a whole lot of confidence. Does that make sense? So it's not that you're not confident in the actions, maybe on the day-to-day, but in the mind state and in the intuition, divine side of things, there's just not a whole lot of confidence, okay? So maybe there's not a whole lot of confidence in the twin flame connection itself. Maybe there's not a whole lot of confidence in the divine counterpart, period, because of this secrecy, because of this immaturity when it comes to love, again, the uncertainty, right? The not being clear, okay? We also have the Nine of Cups coming through, okay? Beautiful energy. Obviously, this is wish fulfillment. So clearly, this is an equal energy here. This is both of you guys, okay? And this is going into future energy. So this is the energy of wanting this connection, wanting the twin flame unite, right? The twin flame to have this connection, okay? Interesting enough, the Three of Cups is not coming out like when I pre-shuffled, but it probably come out when we clarify, okay? Just so you guys know. But the Knight of Cups is all about you really wanting this connection, wanting the long term, wanting the marriage, wanting the stability, the commitment, this, the consistency, the emotions, not hiding things, but actually being, communicating, wanting to know how they feel and if you guys are actually matched, I feel like a lot of this and the reason for holding on to this kind of energy here, not holding on to the twin flame, but holding on to this energy, right? The thought energy, the lack of confidence energy, right? Not fully trusting that this is a twin flame journey or not, is because you're not clear, okay? Because if you were clear, it wouldn't be so hard. You would either know, what's going on with this energy or not. It's just because there's the uncertainty within how this person feels for you, period, okay? But this person is still your wish fulfillment. And again, it's that wanting the twin flame connection, ready for union, ready to be able to mutually express emotions, feelings, intimacy, conversation, and everything, okay? And of course, having the house, having the kids, having the traditions, having, the holidays and the family and the get-togethers and the barbecues or whatever it is, right? Or even just the isolation days alone as a couple watching Netflix and chill, right? Taking the trips, whatever it is that you feel is your wish fulfillment, okay? Judgment, though, is a decision that is made and, of course, the consequences of. Judgment energy, right? So future tense here is feeling like, honestly, in the 3D, someone makes a decision and obviously someone feels the consequences of the decision, okay? And so I'm really picking up on strongly, this is more of a divine feminine energy pool here, especially with the lack of confidence with both feminine energies. Again, masculine energy just wasn't really where he was. This was this immature, this immaturity, secrecy, maybe even unfaithful here, okay? Regardless, there's this lack of, right, from the lack of receiving on your end, okay? Clicking on this video, it doesn't matter if you're feminine or masculine. It's just this energy of being more on the emotional side of things, okay? Being unbalanced because of not having this clarity, not understanding where you're at when it comes to your divine masculine, okay, or your divine feminine. So clearly I want to tap into this, right? I want to find out what decision was made, what are the consequences of, just by first just here. I will say that just this feels like immaturity here. It feels like a lot of immaturity on both ways, right? Because if you were completely confident clicking on this video and you fully knew where you were at, this energy would be different because obviously it wouldn't be in the reversed, right? You would be confident with the situation and the path you're taking and the direction you're going, regardless of where divine masculine or divine feminine's at, right? So again, it's just this energy of right now of the questions and not knowing, and again, just really doubting, right? So I do want to clarify clearly. There's a lot of things here I do want to clarify. I think the most important thing to start off with is definitely, right, the secrecy here. Again, I have already set intentions and shuffled off the camera, you guys. So this energy is kind of taking a lot out of me, interesting enough. But the twin flame journey always does this. It doesn't matter what zodiac sign it is. But I will say, Aries, there is an immature part on your side, okay? Again, doesn't matter if it's divine masculine or divine feminine, and I don't want you to get insulted when I say this, but it's just an immaturity because, again, you're questioning where you're at, what you're waiting for, and what you want. It's not, you think this person, it's not you think. You know this person is your 9 of Cups. You know that this is the connection you want. You want the twin flame journey. But the problem is you're not confident in knowing that this is the twin flame journey, so you keep questioning. So this is where that insecurity is at. This is where that lack of confidence is at, okay? And of course, with the lack of communication, the secrecy within emotions, of course, you're not going to be confident here, okay? So I don't want you to blame yourself in any way, shape, or form. Yes, it's that 50-50, okay? So let's clarify and find out exactly what's going on with the secrecy. What is it that your divine counterpart let you not know, right? The things that weren't clear, what did they keep from you? We do have the King of Wands energy, so maybe you are dealing with another fire sign. Okay, it's hard to say, but fire energy is fire energy, and in the reverse, it makes this Prince of Cups look like a sweetheart, okay? Because at least the Prince of Cups, there's more emotions involved, so yes, it can hurt, and it hurts, but this is more of a vicious hurt, okay? Because the King of Wands energy in the reverse is someone who is very promiscuous, but right in front of you, right? This is someone who can be Prince Charming, right? Very, very, very attractive or very beautiful, depending on, again, masculine or feminine energy. This is more of a masculine energy, so even in her feminine state, even as a female, this energy is going to be very strong-willed, very ambitious, very driven, but at the same time will literally go and walk in front of you and kiss someone else, right? That kind of energy, okay? So, again, understanding that the secrecy that is being held is from this King of Wands energy, okay, Aries? This is not your energies at all. Yes, this can be your energy sometimes, Aries, especially if you're in a more taking action, being a little bit more in your ego versus your emotions. Yes, it can be your energy. So maybe if this person didn't communicate how they felt, or if, divine counterpart didn't tell you shit at all, right, and left you questioning, you could definitely be in this energy, right? This pissed off energy because they wouldn't communicate with you. Well, then F you, I'm going to take some pictures looking all hot with some friends. And you know what I'm saying? It's that kind of pushing the buttons kind of energy, okay? And definitely the King of Wands in reverse, again, is someone who intentionally will do shit, okay? So yes, Aries, you can be in that energy, but I feel like the secrecy part of this is the original person who kept things away, right? this masculine energy that, again, did things to hurt you right in front of your face, okay? So I do feel like, honestly, they would treat you one way, and I feel a lot of hypocrisy within this energy. So they would treat you one way, and then they would turn around and, you know, like, it's like you could feel all of this love and all of this energy, and then all of a sudden, the second they weren't away from, or the second they were away from you, it was like something would happen, and you would text or you would call and you wouldn't get a reply. Like, it was this dry ass feel, right? But it's not fully understanding, because they never said why they weren't, or why they were avoiding you. You get what I'm saying? So there's this energy of, then all of a sudden it's like you guys were out, you ran into them, and it was like they would be with someone else, or they would be intentionally ignoring you, like you didn't exist. That kind of spiteful energy. Makes sense? This is the secrecy I'm feeling. So you never really knew. This is an energy with twin flame of Aries, of not really knowing where you stand ever with this person, or vice versa. Maybe you don't know where they stand to you, you know? Spirit, what else for the Seven of Swords here? Justice in reverse. Yeah, injustice. So most definitely, this is them with you, okay, Aries? So there's this energy of literally your divine counterpart just being very secretive here. And again, that kind of treacherous, kind of sneaky ass, whatever, antagonizing, spiteful kind of shit here created this huge injustice, okay? And this would explain this judgment here. But, you know, it's a hard situation, period, because anytime you're feeling an injustice like that, you're going to be waiting for justice, right? Because you don't feel like the scales were balanced ever in the situation, much less was the decision going to be a balanced decision, right? So it was going to always be an injustice, even if a decision wasn't made. Now, clearly there's a judgment, so a decision's made here, but it's this energy of feeling like counterpart, divine counterpart. And again, this isn't even divine counterpart. This is 3D, because divine doesn't act like this. Divine knows what's up, knows the connection. 3D is where we have a hard time, okay? But again, the secrecy created some huge injustice here. So why is the Prince of Cups here, Spirit? Yeah, Four of Cups, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So again, I do feel like, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you with divine masculine or divine feminine. Again, this person is more in their masculine. Okay, so this person's more in their ego. So it doesn't matter if it's a male or female, whoever your counterpart is, they didn't manifest with you. And I feel like, honestly, when they didn't manifest with you, they felt like they were taking a break from you. It was never, and this is why you feel the way you do, straight up, because they were resting after conflict is how they felt. They felt like the energy with you was so strong, and this made them feel immature when it came to love. But this connection was so strong that they felt like when they were with you, they couldn't manifest. They couldn't do anything in their life. Therefore, it felt like a battle almost. Like it felt like it felt like challenges and conflict, even though there was no challenges and conflict within the connection when you guys were together. Does that make sense? So again, it's like they felt like, because your energy was so strong, Aries, when they take a break, or when they pull back from you, or they become secretive, or they become where you feel this is not fair, this isn't right because they're not with me, right? When you feel that lack of manifestation, they're resting from what they think is strife, arguments. And not even arguments like that. I feel like, honestly, this is a battle for, you can call it ego, you can call it pride, you can call it, you know, I mean, the list can go on and on. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but it's this energy of literally your counterpart, your not divine counterpart, because again, this is 3D energy, but your counterpart just literally feeling like you weaken them so much that they have to pull back and not manifest so that they can rest. It's weird. It's a very weird energy, but I call it like what it is. Spirit, can you clarify a little bit more here, please? Yeah, Seven of Swords, Lord of Unstable Effort. Yeah, that's what creates the instability, okay? Again, because there's a part of them when they're with you, you make them feel weak. Therefore, it makes them feel unstable. So that's why they're feeling unstable. So they're feeling conflict. They're feeling challenge, regardless if it's actual physically a challenge. I don't mean argumentation like words. I'm not talking about that energy. I'm talking about how they feel between logic and emotions. They feel unbalanced. They can't think about their emotions in this energy. So it creates instability with your counterpart. Therefore, they feel like when they're with you in this, this is past tense, important to understand this is past energy, right? This is present, this is future. This is that past energy of it though. So in past tense, they felt like anytime you made them not be able to think about their emotions, or anytime they felt, because again, they were already like this in ego over emotions. So anytime you had them feeling a little bit close to being balanced, it made them feel totally opposite because they weren't balanced, right? It made them feel like they were going to lose stability. They were going to lose control. So they pull away and they stop manifesting with you so that they can rest, so they can basically recharge their batteries, right? Spirit, what is going on here with the Queen of Wands energy? Let's step into your energy, whoever clicked on this video, as an Aries, okay? Again, you can be masculine watching my video. Just because I say feminine energy, I'm referring to the emotional side of you, okay? So clarifying the Magician in reverse, the things not manifested makes you feel this way, okay? So you honestly feel because of a lack of manifestation when it comes to intimacy, when it comes to passion, when it comes to romance, right? Maybe this is even because this is happening on a energetic level when it comes to this person, your divine counterpart. They have created a lot of blockages even when it comes to the creation in the world around you, right? So you can feel with this energy very quickly, Queen of Wands energy in reverse, right? Aries energy in reverse, right? Feeling like you're not good enough, feeling like you can't get shit done and you don't know why. But there's a lot of, again, there's a lot of not manifesting things because of this, okay? And I will tell you though, even with the Magician in the reverse, it's important to understand you still have that energy here, right? So again, Aries, doesn't matter. You're still going to be able to manifest. It's just that if you're in this energy, you're going to manifest exactly this energy, no matter what, right? This is why I do, yes, those videos that don't get that many views, but the life cycles, like the self-love videos, they don't get many views. But let me tell you something. If you want to figure out how to fix these issues within you, that's what those videos are made for, just like the shadow work readings, okay? It's not going to talk so much about the divine counterpart. It's going to talk about you and the balancing within you, so that no matter what situations around you, when it happens, it happens. It's not like you're waiting for it. Makes sense? This is that energy though, things around you, again, because if you're in a negative energy and you're not thinking here properly and you're not thinking here, right? Because you got to do it balanced, right? You got to think with your emotions, emotionally think, right? It's still that the reason you're not manifesting in the way that you want to for your life as a solo person is because you're caught up on this divine counterpart and the instability of this divine counterpart. So think about the cycles in the past that I tell you, step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 2 is all about making a decision. I feel like this is going to come down to you making the decision. Okay, do you manifest and be stable for you, or do you hold on to something that's unstable and hope that that person becomes stable for you? Do you get what I'm saying? Again, this is that decision that first comes back in the very beginning of the cycles. Hey, what are your choices and what choice do you make? Not just fixated on divine counterpart and becoming this unstable for yourself. Make sense? We also have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Energy. The energy's, I'm going to tell you, this energy, again, it just goes back to being unbalanced within you as an individual. This is why I said, you can sit there and say, well, when is divine counterpart going to step up? I'm doing what I need to do spiritually, but then this energy is coming through as you clicking on this video that you're not where you need to be. And I'm going to be honest with you. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that, you can sit there and click on all the videos you want to about how does this person feel about you. But if you don't feel right on the inside, it wouldn't matter how that person feels about you or not, because if you're not right on the inside, you wouldn't be able to see it, hear it, smell it, and feel it properly, okay? So this is why I always say, trigger warning, don't get offended when I tell you, look, I'm going to read because I'm a reader. I'm not going to read to tell you what you want to hear. Look, it's in the cards. This energy here, the Four of Pentacles in reverse energy, is holding on to shit so fucking tight that you can't even let it breathe. Nobody's going to want to deal with that energy. Okay, nobody will deal with that energy. Okay, yes, I want to feel like somebody loves me and wants to hold on to me, but not to the point where I can't breathe and do my own thing. Okay. And I don't mean in the 3D like clinging on. I'm talking about this energy of being so focused on something, right? Not the other decision that could be had, right? And again, I'm not talking about another person. I'm talking about you as an option, the decision. Definitely go check it out, Aries. I did the cycles within your love and life, and it's a self-love and life cycles. This will really help you out if you guys feel like this is your issue and you're tired of holding on to the divine feminine or divine masculine, and you're ready to move forward so that you can make things work into your future instead of holding on to a past energy, okay? So I do just feel like that's what this is. And so I'm going to go ahead and clarify, the Empress in reverse too. Clearly, I want to see, make sure that's the only issues is just the way you're thinking here and holding on to the things that you're not manifesting, the things that are unstable. Spirit, why is the Empress here? Show me what I need to see when it comes to my Aries and why the Empress is here, please, in reverse. Ooh, the Sun, happiness, right? And the Queen of Swords, interesting. So the reason, honestly, you're in disunion is because you haven't quite fully understood the balancing act that needs to happen within you. And that's just if you're clicking on this video. Again, it doesn't matter if you're divine masculine or divine feminine, because this is a reading, okay? Karmic cycles are ending out whether you choose to accept it or not, whether you're confident with it or not. With all the retrogrades coming to an end and just an ending to everything here, it's an ending out to all these karmic cycles, whether it was good or bad. You determine that, okay? You determine that for the past 10 years, what happens now. So it's almost damned if you do, damned if you don't, because it's an ending already, okay? You either did good shit and good shit's coming to you, or you put in bad energy and bad shit's coming to you. It's just the way it is, okay? This energy, though, this disunion is because screw everybody else or what you did to everybody else. Let's just look at this on you as a counterpart, okay? You did not, or you are having a hard time defending yourself, but also looking towards the future. So I feel like what's happening here with this Queen of Swords energy is, yes, you want to take action. You're ready for it. You're ready to possess the Queen of Swords energy. But because you're holding on so hard to, again, being the Queen of Swords energy instead of allowing things to happen, I feel like there's a lot of control here, even within you as an individual. There's a lot of control when it comes to, again, maybe honestly, Aries, a lot of you are saying, well, shit, it's fucked up because it's this energy of Aries of, honestly, like, how can I explain it? It's like, you want this person, okay? You're ready for divine counterpart to come sweeping in, right? You're ready for this connection. But it's like, you're clear that you want this, but you're not clear on what you want for yourself. It's like, when you think of everything that you want for yourself, you think about this person being what you want for yourself, not what you actually want for yourself. I feel like the focus and the action is on this divine counterpart. And honestly, you think about this action towards this counterpart being your happiness. And so therefore it's creating the Empress in reverse here, okay? And for those of you masculine dealing with a feminine Aries or cross watcher, understand, and I won't even say that because I'm not applying this to my cross watchers. That'll be in the you versus them reading. I apologize for even saying that, Aries. But cross watchers, if you are checking in, just understand that this disunion is also going to create Aries happiness and protection and mental clarity. I know, Aries, that was a little bit confusing, but it's important to understand that even though the energy may be in the reverse coming through, the Empress is in reverse coming through, it's important to understand, Aries, you're still the dang Empress, right? There's no getting rid of this energy. This energy is here. It's coming through. It's just that you choose to be the Empress in reverse. Does that make sense? The cards in the upright or the reverse depend on your actions and how you take the things that are given to you by whatever you want to call it, God, universe, creation, whatever. This energy here is, look, you're the Empress. You are the new creation, the new beginning in yourself. You don't need divine counterpart to do it for you. But because you're so focused on divine counterpart, you're in disunion. You're not taking action and being clear and understanding what it is that you deserve. Instead, you're holding on to, what you think your counterpart deserves. Does that make sense? And this energy is what makes you happy, though. So this is why it's so easy to stay in this energy of contentness, right? Or being content. Because it's this fixation on this person, on your twin flame, on your counterpart coming into union, being your happiness, taking action, right? Being clear, saying all the things that they haven't expressed, right? Being stable when they've been inconsistent, right? This is why you hold on to them, because you're holding on to happiness. Not realizing by holding on to your happiness, you're actually stopping happiness from happening. So let's take a look at your wish fulfillment here, the 9 of Cups. Okay, that was quick. 10 of Pentacles. So your happiness, Aries, is to have the home. It is to have the money, the cars, the wealth within, the wealth without. Maybe you don't understand the wealth within part, but in the 3D of things, in the tangible of things, you want the home. You want the white picket fence, you want the cars, you want the family, you want the traditions, you want the kids, you want this stuff, okay? In some way, shape, or form. Maybe you don't really want kids physically. Maybe you'll take somebody's kids for a weekend. But the point is you want what it is that you want, all right? If you could think about everything that you could get to at the end of life, right? What is it that you want to say that you have, you want? What is it that if you could have wish fulfillment, what would you create, okay? In the 3D of things, okay? Not the afterlife of things, but in the actual earthly things, okay? Whatever that is, that's what this card is, okay? So your wish fulfillment is those things. It is to be successful. It is to be wealthy when it comes to love, when it comes to money, when it comes to success, abundance, okay? You want to be rich, very rich. And again, it depends on how you look at wealth. Wealth is an inner thing, therefore it becomes an outer thing. So if you understand that you want this in the 3D and you don't feel like you have that wealth inside, again, this is why it's important to understand your steps and your cycles and to also understand what it is that you want at number 10, right? So everybody's going to have a different 10 here, right? For example, my 10 is to be a billionaire. Like I literally have legits with my, like I know it sounds stupid to a lot of you guys, but I have written it down. I have a business plan. I am going for it. And if I don't get it, it is what it is, right? It just wasn't in my, that was more of my destined versus fate. But I am going to try to make the best of this 10 of Pentacles, right? For me, the 10 of Pentacles doesn't really evolve a relationship. I don't care. My 10 of Pentacles is going to be different probably than most of you guys. My 10 of Pentacles is the things that I've had a hard time struggling with, and that has been consistency for myself, stableness for myself, right? To be able to take care of me and my own, right? On my own and not have to depend on anybody. So my 10 of Pentacles may be different from you guys, and all of you Aries are going to have different 10 of Pentacles. This is why I won't sit there and say it's this, or it has to be this color or that color, okay? But it's still understanding that whatever it is that you have your eyes set on number 10, right? The end. What is it that you want to end and take with you in the afterlife, right? Because remember, everything that is a part of the earth will die. It will fade, okay? I know it's probably hard for you guys to understand some of those, those concepts, and maybe not all of you guys, but some of you guys, because it's not understanding that wealth is not what you can touch, but it's what you attain in here and in here, right? It's the memories, it's the energy, it's not the actual physical, right? But it's so hard because we get so caught up in the 3D of things and the things we can touch, the things we can feel, the things we can hear, the things we can see, instead of just trusting the things we can feel, okay? So your 9 of Cups, your wish fulfillment with this person is to have all of that wealth that you want, right? Whatever it is that is your 10 of Cups. This is your happiness, okay? So what is this decision? Oh my goodness, I'm a little scared here. Spirit, what is the judgment? What is the decision that is made here with my Aries? Show me what I need to see, please, when it comes to my Aries. Why is the judgment card here? Okay, interesting. Yeah, okay, so I do feel like clearly, Aries, this is a lot of burdens for you, okay? Clearly. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Blasted Tower in reverse. Okay. Past tense, right? Shit that's already happened. Shit that you feel like because it's already happened, it will continue to happen. Again, this lack of confidence within divine counterpart. within yourself, more importantly, within yourself, okay? Screw divine counterpart for a minute. This is a lack of confidence in yourself because of what divine counterpart has done, okay? Doesn't matter though, because if you were in this confident mindset, it wouldn't matter what divine counterpart does because you're confident, right? Doesn't matter. Eventually you have faith that divine counterpart will get their shit together and meet up with you. If not, next life, right? It's a confidence thing. It's hard, but it's the reality behind it. Aries, come on, you're my competitive attitude. You know what it is, okay? So clarifying the judgment, the decision that is made, this is past tense, right? But it was a past tense decision to start a new passionate beginning. And I don't feel like the new passionate beginning was with you, or actually this is future energy, okay? This is going from past tense into future energy and now into future energy. So just as easy as this is past tense, I'm going to reference it to past tense because of the blasted tower in reverse here. I'm going to also incorporate it into future tense, okay? But we're going to start with past tense energy because it's important, because again, bottom of the deck, the blasted tower in reverse, okay? Past tense energy, all right? Because of a past decision that was made, a new passionate beginning was made. And this was the judgment that was passed down onto you. Because remember, there was a decision made, a judgment. The judgment was the punishment on you, okay? The punishment on you was this new passionate beginning, okay? That was the judgment, okay? That was the punishment. The Nine of Wands in reverse, weakness. Not established strength, but established weakness, okay? So this is you going through battle after fight after hurt, after pain of coming together and disconnect, coming in, you get what I'm saying? Feeling like now you have to hold on to this person because they just can never stay within your grasp. This energy created weakness. So this new passionate beginning in the past tense really creates this new passionate beginning for someone else. And so therefore you create a new established weakness instead of a strength, okay? Now in future presence, okay, in future, I cannot talk. In future energy, let me break this down, okay? In future energy, you're looking at a new passionate beginning that is going to create weakness, okay? So this is why it's kind of important to look at current energy when it comes to this twin flame connection, because like I said, regardless, these third-party situations, karmic situations, karmic cycles, they're all being put to an end, okay? This pandemic is a part of it, okay? This pandemic has created so much realities to a lot of people, including people who are alone, right? The reality of, okay, I'm alone. Do I want to be alone? Again, my ten of Pentacles is different from your Ten of Pentacles, but I've had to question, do I want to be alone forever? Am I okay with making that decision to be okay, be alone? So, I mean, don't get me wrong. It has even pushed, people who are more focused on an independent end game to still really think about even that, right? So there is this energy. This is why a lot of people are thinking about past tense energies, because again, these cycles are coming to an end. So again, the karma is here. Again, doesn't matter if it's negative or positive, the karma is here. That's this energy. This is what happens, right? This new past energy, right? This new passionate beginning that took place, that created a judgment for you, that created weakness for you. In future tense, in this energy, this is why it's important to really focus on the process of self, the growth of self. Because in this energy where you are lacking confidence, lacking commitment, you have this energy. You still have, even with the decision being made in future, right? Again, because the energy hasn't changed. This is what the energy is, and especially with the middle energy being the Empress in reverse on top of the Queen of Wands being in reverse. This is strong, heavy energy on Aries, not being in the emotions, in the feminine energy state of emotions, not confident enough within the feminine emotion, right? Not confident enough within the feminine side of things, okay? So what happens when this happens and the decision to go after this wish fulfillment, say to bring in this connection, this communication, because this communication is heavy, I can feel it. Without even having the Eight of Wands here, I can feel the communication coming through. I can feel this energy of you pulling in this energy, pulling in your divine counterpart. And your divine counterpart is your divine counterpart. So they're going to feel the energy regardless of where they're at. This is why I said karma is coming to an end and decisions will be made, and relationship, karmic situations will end, period. Doesn't matter if your twin flame decides to come to you or to go to someone else. The point is, certain situations, karmic situations, anything that is not growing someone will come to an end, period. And we'll see this come over the next few months as well, okay? So in future tense, if you're still in this energy in future tense, this is exactly what you're going to get. All you're going to do is you're going to have another judgment based off of a new passionate beginning, even if you choose to be the Fool in reverse, right? And to actually think about things and not be naive, right? And take your time and be the Queen of Swords energy, defending yourself, being clear, taking action, but at the same time defending yourself, right? Doesn't matter. Sorry, I know these cards are all, again, this is why I hate, it's not that I hate gloss finishes, but I prefer matte. But my point is that this new passionate beginning over here, it can take place over and over again, but it's still going to establish weakness, not strength, right? Because it's not in a strong standpoint in the 3D. Doesn't matter how strong you are in the 5D. If your 3D body restricts you over and over again to sit there and stay focused on the tangible, over and over again, you will live in the tangible. You will not have the divine connection that your heart is demanding or your heart is expecting or even just wanting and yearning. So it's important to understand that if you want this happiness, you have to make this judgment different, which means you have to go back to the very beginning and say, okay, what are my choices here? Okay. Do I choose to be in this very unconfident energy? Do I create, even though I'm protecting myself and even though I'm being clear with myself, do I stay in this negative mind state where I am not confident in the twin flame connection, where I'm not confident in myself to know where I'm at or where I stand in my future because of this unstable energy? If you want to know if this is your divine counterpart, take action for yourself and change for yourself, and you'll find out if this is your divine counterpart or not. If you question if this person is your twin flame, with this kind of energy, clearly you guys are really questioning if you're on a twin flame journey. And I see this in the cards. This is what it's saying. If you're not confident, right, this is not going to be a twin flame journey for you. Because if you're not confident, then you don't understand what a twin flame journey is. A twin flame journey is very confident within the actions because they grow the most in expansion. They grow the most and expand in separation, okay? So the longer you're apart, the more you grow individually. The more you become confident, the more you understand what life is about, and you understand that no matter what, whether it's this life or the next, you're on the right track. Yes, you will always wait for divine, your counterpart, because it's your counterpart, right? When you leave this world, you guys unite, you get what I'm saying. This energy, though, is an energy of not understanding fully what that new passionate beginning is about. It's understanding that this kind of lack of confidence here, right? It's not going to do it. I know that you want, it's hard for me to be able to sit here and tell you, a great ending result right now, because the ending result is just going back over this over and over again. Until you as a divine counterpart start to think as a divine counterpart and understand what the Empress is and understand what the Queen of Wands is, and understand that if you want a new passionate beginning with a possible divine counterpart, you have to be a divine counterpart. You can't sit there and walk around not knowing what it is that you deserve, not knowing what it is to be stable, not knowing what it is to think about things and protect yourself, but then expect this person to come back in and still be in this energy. Because all you're doing is you're allowing your divine counterpart to come in, and you're in this energy. You're not in a positive energy. Doesn't matter how much you love them or want them. If you're in this energy, you're not in your divine counterpart. You're not going to be divine feminine or divine masculine. You're going to be just a regular masculine or feminine. Again, going through the same cycle again, understanding why you keep losing this person. Again, and that's not to even say that the person that you're thinking about and you clicked on this video is your divine counterpart, Aries. But this lack of confidence, I can't give you a proper reading. So I'm just telling you, Aries, that if you fully want the twin flame connection, I pick up off your energy. You have to be confident. I cannot have this lack of confidence in a reading when it comes to a divine counterpart reading. So as of today's energy, that is why there is hesitation within the twin flame connection, the twin flame journey, because there is hesitation as a divine person yourself, right? The lack of confidence, the lack of trusting yourself to take action, to take passion for yourself, right? So Man, Aries, I don't really know what to say at this point because, this energy, again, I just see destruction over and over again. Remember, I told you guys when I was shuffling off camera, this blasted tower was consistent. Look, Ace of Pentacles coming up next in the reverse. Look, your counterpart, your King of Swords, is in reverse. Nine of Cups in reverse, right? And then it goes back to, what are you going to manifest? Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands in reverse. Interesting enough, right? Three of Swords, third party situations again, right? It's the repeat, it's the cycles. This is why I did those cycles readings, because it was really important to understand that if you want things to change, you have to think about it in a different way. You can't just say, okay, I want things to change, and not do anything different within the thought process and expect things to change. It all starts here, right? And then it uses some of this with this, and it balances it out to create. So this kind of energy is an energy where if you don't have the confidence that is needed to understand that you can start a passionate creation alone, that you can start a creation balance within, right? All these things, the Empress that's in reverse here, you can create the Empress in the upright alone. You can create a twin flame union alone. But in this energy of not being confident and not being sure, this is where the issue lies, okay? That's all I got for you, Aries. I hope this made sense in some way, shape, or form. I am going to go ahead and give you some possible, just some overall advice from Spirit here, okay? Because, Aries, I want this energy to change, and you guys know I'm here to have you as an individual grow to the most confident possible outcome that you could possibly be in the most highest form, okay? The most divinest counterpart that you could be, okay? So if you feel like you're a feminine or a masculine and you want to be divine masculine, you want to be divine feminine, right? This is the channel for you, but I have to have you get rid of these insecurities. I have to have you get rid of this lack of confidence. You have to have confidence in yourself, period, okay? Because if you don't, doesn't matter how many times you start over a new passionate beginning, you're going to end right back up in the same ass energy, hoping and wishing for your divine counterpart, for your twin flame, but always having the judgment, right? Always feeling the consequences of the decision made. You will never be a deciding factor because you're not confident enough to be the deciding factor, okay? All right, so let's get overall advice from Spirit and see what we've got. Spirit, overall advice for my Aries, please. Overall advice for my Aries. Whew. Pulling out my energy, you guys. Overall advice, please, Spirit, for my Aries. Look at the bigger picture, all right? Maybe you guys are dealing with a Sag, full moon in Sag. Good energy, you guys, though. So like I said, if you believe in the twin flame journey, then believe in it. But if you don't, and if you doubt it, then it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? What's the saying? I had a brain fart. You don't know where that came from. I'm sorry, you guys. I can hear the kids upstairs, okay? My kids are something else, let me tell you. I have 4. Anyways, all right, you guys. It's a time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. You could have Scorpio in your chart or dealing with a Scorpio, right? This energy is a very positive energy, but in order for it to become positive, you have to release the negative, right? So this is like what I say when people are talking about toxic relationships and karmic relationships, especially because I feel like, honestly, Aries, those of you clicking on this video, I feel like you are your own karmic situation, okay? You are your own worst enemy in here. So even though your person may be dealing with a karmic situation, that karmic situation can also be their thoughts, because anything that is that third point in the pyramid, right? The third point in that triangle is going to influence anything, right? Ultimately, everything. I know it's a lot, you guys. I apologize. But in order to fully, it's like the toxicity relationships that I talk about, karmic relationships, right? In order for you to fully release negativity, you have to be balanced within when it comes to your own negative and positive ends, right? Doesn't matter if it's your thoughts, your ego, your emotions, your passion, it doesn't really matter. But the point is that in order to fully have that positive energy, you have to be balanced to where it doesn't matter what the situation is around you. It can be the most negative person, the most positive person. And trust me, even positive people can get on your nerves just as much as negative people. Yeah, right? So it's still that energy of understanding that, look, you can't allow what's going on around you to affect who you are and the work that you put on, right? So this lack of confidence is your negativity, right? So you need to release this negativity in order to be able to have the positive that you want. Because as long as you're carrying this negative energy around you, you're going to have negative cycle after negative cycle after negative cycle. It doesn't matter how much someone communicates with you. Doesn't matter how much someone listens to you or speaks to you. If you can't think clearly and hear, you're not going to hear right, and you're not going to speak right, and you're not going to take right or give right. So this is that energy. You have to release that negativity. All right. We also have a look at the bigger picture. New moon in Sagittarius. I love this card. I love any fire sign, right? I'm fire sign. I'm a Leo moon. So this energy, look, you guys, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. This is 2 fire energies coming through for you, Aries. Like literally your own energy, new moon in Aries, as well as full moon in Sagittarius. This is really talking about the expansion of individual growth. This is talking about the expansion of the twin flame connection, right? In order for you to fully have what it is that you want, you have to release the negativity. You have to release this lack of confidence, right? This lack of accountability within you to look in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm good. I can create. I'm passionate. I've got influence for myself. I've got the Empress. I am the Queen of Queens. I know how to think things clearly, emotionally think about things, emotionally feel. I know how to, the list goes on and on and on, right? Every different element of life, right? From love to intimacy to thinking, communication, to actually manifesting what it is in the 3D. Regardless, Spirit's telling you, you need to take action when it comes to this negative energy within you, okay? Look at the big picture, right? Sagittarius energy is all about expansion. It's all about happiness, oneness, right? Really expanding and growing as an individual. This is why, Sagittarius tend to be people who, on the negative end, they could be someone who is very hit and miss. So maybe you are dealing with the Sag energy here, especially with this kind of energy. They tend to be very hit or miss in their immature stages, but once they awaken to the spiritual realm, they expand. And they expand really fast. And a reason for their kind of energy like this, if you are dealing with the Sag, is because they are always constantly thinking about the next best thing, right? Always expanding. So if this energy knocks them off their loop and there's a lack of confidence here, they're going to feel that lack of confidence within them. And this energy, of course, is going to be like this. So all you're going to do is you're going to attract this same energy with this kind of energy if you are in this energy. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, Aries. So with that being said, that is all I have for you, Aries. Next week, we are going to be doing you versus them, okay? So instead of the twin flame journey, now hopefully I'll do a twin flame journey once a month for you guys. Basically, every reading that you get from me when it comes to your zodiac signs, we're going to have 4 different ones a month. I'll change them around, you guys. I like change, but I do like consistency as well. So I'll still always give you a zodiac sign reading a month, but it'll change. So this week we're doing the twin flame reading. Next week, we are going to do the you versus them. Okay. And this is where if there's just someone that maybe you have met, someone that you are thinking of, regardless, you can tune into their energy and we can find out where you're at and where they're at. And, what it is that you guys are learning from each other, what it is that Spirit's teaching you, your hurdles, your strengths, your weaknesses, that kind of thing, okay? So yes, I am bringing back my you versus them read. It's a great read. If you guys go back down your playlist, you'll definitely be able to see the old school readings, the you versus them. Really good way to really just, again, check into the energy, look at where you're at versus where they're at. Tonight, I am doing the shadows of a twin flame journey, which is going to be for all zodiac signs. It will be at 9 p.m. Texas time, you guys, Central Standard Time, Central Daylight Time, however you say it. That reading is literally going to look at the shadows, okay? So like I said with your lack of, confidence, it's going to attack the counterpart as well, the shadows within counterpart, okay? So it's a really good way to look at you side by side, kind of like the you versus them, but we're going to do the you versus them of the divine masculine and the divine feminine in the 3D state, okay? So We'll just kind of see where y'all's journeys are at individually and how it relates to you guys together. I don't know why I can't talk tonight. Oh my goodness, throat chakra. Someone's not communicating, or someone wants to communicate but doesn't know how. All right, Aries, that's all I have for you. I love you. Stay blessed, blessed to be. Yes, in the extended, we are going to be diving deeper. In the extended, I want to look at clearly overall possible outcome between you two. Here in the 3D, kind of look at more of the blockages and everything. If you guys feel like this reading hits you, definitely purchase the extended. Remember, my extendeds are $5. If not, I'll see you guys tonight at 9 p.m. where we're going to get into the shadows of masculine and feminine energy, all right, in this twin flame journey. Remember, twin flame journeys are one of the hardest journeys that you will ever go on. It's one of the most painful journeys, but let me tell you, it's worth the expansion if you're about expanding, all right? So I love you guys. Stay blessed, blessed to be. And Aries, I'll see you guys next week, all right? JC, I'll see you in a little bit if you're still on, babe, for your personal. All right, love you guys. Bye.